Hopefully, we're back. We don't have a screen, so I assume we do.
Know.
Steve's going to fix that. But hopefully, there we go. We're back. Hopefully, we're back. It's all fine. Ha ha ha. Just a little problem with Wirecast. Had to restart the Mac. It's all fine now.
That's what happens when you cast a spell under Miasma.
Cam Buckland cast a cantrip in a strange miasma through the city of First Light.
Tiny thaumaturgy dagger.
After hearing that the lightful shards often create warped spaces of magic that cause unpredictable results.
And see, here we go.
As you cast a spell, the tiny dagger appears, shimmers, and then there is a kind of ripple of magic and force around Cam Buckland. You feel a tingle all over your skin, and then nothing. I'm going to show you this because it'll be funnier if Trot doesn't know. I should have written.
There's something to do. So none of us feel anything. It's just Cam.
Good.
So.
Sweet.
So, yeah.
It's fine. I don't know what she was worried about. Melody, it's fine. I just cast a spell. Melody.
She looks up, kind of her eyes go wide, and then she just does this, and then goes back inside the body.
Weird. So, should we go back down?
It's darker than mine, right?
He looks better
It's
though.
pale.
What?
It's a deeper colour, yes.
What?
Yeah, you're still pale, but...
I'm going to compare mine to my
So you just
arm.
walk up to Cam and kind of
What are
put
you
your arm
doing?
next to
How are you
his.
feeling, Cam?
Fine.
A little blue?
How's he compared to
I'm fine.
Trelemar? I heard of him.
Trelemar was more of a very
more of a
dark
purplish.
purple.
What's wrong with you people? Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
You're rested, right?
Look at your arm, Cam.
Oh my god.
It's blue.
I'm blue!
Your skin is blue. Like Smurf blue.
What the hell? Melody, what have you done?
She did say don't
just
cast
looks
a spell.
up.
Put the core back. It's making
You
us
should
terribly...
stop yelling.
You should.
She just points.
It's a long drop.
I'm gonna
the
go down.
stairs. Okay, I'm going down the stairs. I'm blue.
She looks at you like, you tried to cast a spell, didn't you? In the miasma.
Yeah.
I warned you. I tried to say no magic.
You
I
should have
warned you
said-
that
you
there
should
are
have shouted
fields.
it.
I didn't want to shout because there are ghouls that consume magic.
We killed them.
There are more. There are hundreds, probably thousands.
Thousands.
Yes. Hundreds of thousands of people lived here once.
How do I not be blue?
She looks at you. She kind of weaves her hand, gets out some instruments and things like that. After about 2 minutes or so, she's just like, well, the enchantment is in place, some sort of coloration. This is going to last days.
Really?
Why do you
Yes.
have a problem with skin colour?
I'm just not used to being blue.
Laura is blue.
Yeah.
I am purple.
Yeah. Do you ever change colour?
Only when I'm angry.
Fair point.
It's fine.
Fine, I'll be blue for now.
I will serve you a lesson. You're lucky nothing worse
Does it
happened.
go with my bandana?
No. Blue and green should never be seen.
No, this is the problem.
Yes. No, it's terrible. You look awful.
Did you get the core?
Yes, and she kind of clambers back in. I had to take some time disconnecting it, and she holds it up. It's probably about the size of American football, like egg-shaped, a crystalline chunk of a shiny metal. Along its kind of surface, you can just see the occasional pulse of light as it shimmers. It's a little bit drained, but it should be more than enough for what we need it to do.
Where do we go now?
I think I remember that there is a transportation node somewhere near here. Where's your map? And she kind of looks it up and she's like, yes. Nice. It's not. There's one not too far from here, perhaps 30 minutes.
Let's go.
Oh, very well.
Stay undercover.
Yes, I think it's advisable we move as quietly as possible.
Oh yeah, that too.
Do you know that word, Cam?
Quiet. Yeah.
Well, he's got to be stealthier now. No, he's
The miasma may cover a wide area. Only cast spells if you are desperate. The effects can be harmless, such as the one that Cam has encountered. Yeah, the miasma is thick amongst the air, almost like imagine a thick red fog.
Harmless. Really?
That is harmless. I remember one of our early expeditions, a young sorcerer, not quite aware of what it did, tried to attack a ghoul. The effect chained and hit all of his companions nearby.
So he was lucky.
Yes.
No, he didn't sound lucky.
No.
Changed.
No, you were lucky.
Oh, me. Yes.
Now, obviously, it depends on the spell cast, but yes, there are many things that can go wrong. Once we are inside the nexus, it won't affect us anymore. We'll be out of this plane, so...
Let's get a move on. Let's get out of this miasma, at least.
You travel for about 25 minutes. The red miasma is thick amongst the city streets, and the nighttime sky above twinkles, but is kind of obscured. Every now and again you feel like there's almost this haze, almost like a shimmer, like a heat shimmer, like you get in an oasis, what are they called? A mirage, that kind of drifts over the kind of the ceiling of the city, that seems to warp the night sky. Malady rounds a corner, and before you can see a large plaza with a domed building at its centre. Made of stone with concrete around. You can see that the place probably would have once been guarded. There are small stations around. There are 3 inert guardians just kind of slumped over, their bodies rusted, covered in foliage, several of their metal plates ripped away. And around the entrance to this domed building, you can see a group of scavengers. They look like the people from New Light that are kind of sitting outside. Malady tucks the electrum core as best as she can underneath her arm, and she's like, this could be problematic.
Can we put that in the bag of holding, do you know? To hide
Oh,
it?
if you have one of those, yes, that will most certainly do something.
Is there anything else valuable that you need to hide for now? Are they likely to rob us?
Well, if they sense that we have... I mean, she looks around at you, heavily armoured, your bow is quite fanciful, as is Master Ferrahorn's here. Miss Jing's weapon looks quite... But you are all armed and dangerous-looking folk. We may be all right. It's difficult to say. The red miasma is still thick here, I should point out as well. She puts the shard inside the bag of holding.
Perhaps Hank can cause a distraction.
He looks intimidating too.
Well, yes, but he needs to come with us.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, chase him away.
Well, I suppose so. If they're hardened sorts, they probably won't be scared off just by Hank.
How many are there?
You can see, lurking around the outside, they seem to have like a basic camp. They've got like a very small fire going. There's a few of them keeping watch and looking around. All look quite nervous, fingering crossbows, blades at their hips and that sort of thing. They're kind of keeping their eyes alert. There is 6 of them that you can see.
Man, if they're here, they must be pretty hardy.
I mean,
Ghouls and stuff.
because of the miasma, we can't cast any spells, but that must be terrifying for them. What if one of us goes in, threatens to cast a spell? Anything could happen, might scare them away.
I don't think we need to threaten. I think we just need to make sure that they know we're just passing.
Yeah, scare them away.
They could try and scavenge us.
Well, if they do that, obviously we defend ourselves, but we just want to pass by. Malady, where are we trying to get in this building?
Domed building there, yes, that was one of the nodes.
They're going to wonder why we want to go in there.
I suspect so.
Can we frighten them off somehow?
If you can think of a way, I'm afraid this is a little bit out of my comfort zone. I'm more used to working with such fellows.
Go up to them, threaten to cast a spell. Anything could happen.
But of course,
Mr.
Action.
Ferrahorn is
But if they're
correct.
not spellcasters, they don't know that.
If they have progressed into the city, it's likely they're at least aware of the miasma.
to them, I think they call your bluff on it because they know it could hurt you too.
I could cast Burning Hands.
We don't know what would happen.
The miasma reacts to magic. I use my key.
It may still react, we don't know. Your strange mystical arts may still be tied to the same fabrics. You conjure the same effects. It is a magic of its sort. It may work, we do not know.
Well,
True.
we have to get through them one way or another. I'm not going to wait here all night.
I am happy for any suggestions, but I'm afraid this is one I will require your expertise on.
Let's go in looking hardy, strong, and determined to get past them.
And ready to cast a spell.
But
Not
we will
actually.
begin by being neutral, like Alora says. Try and negotiate our way past them.
Okay.
I'm going to take off any valuable looking things. I'm keeping my bow, but
I don't really have much.
Malady secures her pouches, She pulls out a flask and kind of keeps it hidden in her hand, looking around nervously.
All right. We are hardy scavengers too. And we are on a mission.
Yes,
Melody, just don't say anything.
that seems wise.
Just stay next to Hank. And let Hank be intimidating.
Hank just kind of straightens to his full 7-foot thing,
Yeah, look
crosses his arms.
Look like that. Cross your arms and stuff. Cool. All right. Strongest first. I walk ahead.
Okay. As you begin approaching, you hear a few there's a startle as a few people, and you can see that they're already pointing crossbows at you.
No need for that.
Who are you?
Just passing through.
Well, passing through where? Down the street?
Yeah, well, through the plaza.
This is our territory, I'm afraid, friend. We're currently in the middle of a job. We've already secured it from the Emerald Blades.
Well, it looks like the inhabitants are long dead, and no one's really taken up deeds or ownership since then.
He just kind of smirks. He's like, you can have that conversation with Rashad, but this is our area for scavenging.
We're just going to pass just past you and carry on our way. There's no need for any bloodshed.
He points. He's like, you can walk around the square.
We need to go through.
He looks behind. He's like, you mean you want to go in there? That's ours.
We're not scavenging anything within it. We're not interested.
I assume you
He looks around. Then why are you in here? That's the only reason that anybody's in this godforsaken
We
place.
have a researcher. We're doing it for the Emerald Guards.
Give me a deception check. Or a persuasion.
14 plus
I think it's quite high if it's persuasion.
11, 25.
Right. Alright, but my men go in with you. I'm not trusting you in there on your own.
Fine.
He nods. A few of them kind of,
Watch out for the
Straighten
robot
up.
in this miasma. He's a bit erratic at the moment.
they kind of eye it cautiously. You can see that there is a look of concern as it kind of strides through.
We're trying to keep it under control, but you know.
Yeah, well, make sure you do. He just kind of fixes you with a gaze.
All right.
And then he just, as you're passing, he's like, nice skin.
It's, I imagine it's quite dark in there. Laura, could you cast a light spell?
They look at Reynard. There's a silence in the air. That's probably not a wise idea,
Probably
friend.
not wise. Okay, fair enough.
You don't want to end up like your gooseberry friend here.
How do you know I'm not just blue?
That looks at you.
There are many blue races out there.
Are there?
Yeah.
Like?
Well, you clearly haven't been past first light.
Well, you're not
This
an
one.
elf. So I know.
I'm aquatic.
Really?
Yeah.
Live
Got
under-
gills.
You should probably go back to the water then, friend. You don't want to suffocate up here, do you?
Yeah. You don't want to drown, do you?
No, that's why I'm not in the sea.
Well, don't come visiting my place then. Good day.
A small force, two people that you didn't see, which were just slightly tucked behind the plaza, emerge and kind of replace, and two of the guards kind of come with you, crossbows kind of pointed at the ground, but loaded. The stone doors are open.
Can I have an arrow loaded in my bow as well?
I want an arrow
Just
loaded
to-
crossbow.
Yeah, you
'Cause
can
they're
you pull it
loading
out, and you're like, I can do that too. And
Well, mine just
you're
appears. Mine
oh, yeah,
is
that's true. You just
radiant.
as you do, the
Oh, wait,
miasma
no, does
begins
it?
to flicker a little bit.
Okay, I'll put it away.
The bowstring is it's almost like the arrow keeps moving where it is on the bowstring.
Okay, I'm not doing that then.
I'll just keep a loaded crossbow.
Yours is fine.
With another bolt in my other hand, just so they know.
Okay.
I can do this twice.
The stone doorway leading into the domed building, there's no door there, it's just open and leads in. It is quite dark, however. But Malady soon pulls out a little flashlight like the one you guys found,
Oh, you
clicks it on,
very nice.
you kind of click, that doesn't seem to be affected by the miasma at all, and the beams of light shine their way around. Inside is a dark, domed ceiling, large stone plinth in the middle, with 6 columns arranged around it in the points of a star, and 5 columns arranged around it in the point of a star. And there are faint lines etched into the stone that lead to the walls, and it all seems to crisscross in sort of arcane symbols and sigils and things like that. you can see on the roof, about probably 15 feet up in the air, there is once like a large device, almost like a series of networked claws clutching something together, some sort of fitting, almost like it would fit a large crystal or some such, or a device that would go into it. Malady looks at the two guards who are now stood on the inside with the crossbows pointed down. We should probably deal with them before I fix the core.
All right.
Do you want to inspect the area first
Yeah.
for research?
Yes. She's like, yes, I'm going to examine this device. Hank, and the large metal man just lifts her up.
I'm just gonna. Can I speak to her quietly?
Mm-hmm.
How long will it take you to activate the device?
It will take me about 5 minutes to hook it all up, and after that it should be a simple enough procedure to activate. But we need them gone at least for me to activate it. Also, I worry about them coming back in and taking it once we've fixed it.
Are there doors into this plaza? And everyone outside can see us?
They can't see you. It's a long enough corridor that they can't see in very easily, but if there was commotion, they would hear it.
Can I say loudly to Laura?
You can do what you want.
So once we've investigated this place, we're off to check out that hidden hoard, aren't we?
Give me a deception check.
18 deception, 26.
You get the sense that the two of the guards are actually listening in. Like their attention is obviously caught by your conversation.
How long would that take us to get there? About 20, 30 minutes, do you think?
Maybe, but I don't think we should talk about that right here, Reynard.
Why not? Oh, the two guards, silly me. Well,
One of them,
more for us.
one of them gets up and leaves. The other one kind of shuffles uncomfortably in front of the door space.
Where did your friend go?
He's just going to go talk to our boss.
Oh, okay. Because I remember there being like a whole host of people rushing towards the place. I think we need to wrap this up quite quickly if we need to get there soon.
Give me another deception check right now.
That's oh no, that's a 10.
What's that roll for?
See if I understand what is going on.
Oh, is it really? An insight check.
I got a 17 plus a
You get the
10,
you
27.
you pick up on like Reynard, and it looks like it was working. Like the guy's rushed off. This time he's kind of the other guard's looking a bit more suspiciously, but you kind of pick up on the ploy that's going on.
Reynard. Shh.
Oh, sorry. I thought they both
What's all this then? What are you whispering about?
Oh, it's top secret.
Yeah, it's above your pay grade, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's why my friend's going to get my bus. You got something you want to share?
Nope. Just carry on. Just that, maybe if you leave, you could have a share of the whole, so to speak.
Yeah, what kind of share are we talking about?
Just shards, crystals,
There was
jewels.
quite a lot of stuff there, but remember,
Royalty, I heard.
we need to hurry up here if we want to get there. There was a lot of people heading towards the area after they heard too.
They got
so-
tipped off, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so we need to rush off quite quickly.
Maybe if you get a head start, you could get a decent share.
Yeah, and which way would, if somebody was interested, which way should they be going?
You know the grid system?
Yeah.
I think it was 7, sir, wasn't it?
He looks around. Yeah, don't nobody move. And he backs up, walks out the room.
You better be quick.
Heads off. You hear like as he heads outside.
Is there anything we can barricade the entrance with?
Not in here. It's empty stone. If you've got something with you, you can try.
Alright, we don't have long.
Melody's like, yes, give me the shard. Takes it and she hooks it up. You can see her pulling out strange kind of thin links of metal, little tiny hammers and chisels. She begins attaching them into the electrum shard, pulling in these kind of strange, almost like thin pieces of metal that she's hooking up to the shard itself, and you begin to hear a low-powered hum, like a vibration kind of echoing around the chamber. The far sigils and ley lines across the edge of the room begin to glow blue as the electrum shard begins to pulse and almost beat like a heart, rippling with magic. The glow begins to crawl closer and closer until it reaches the large stone dais with the 5-pointed star. And it begins to glow. And she's just like, all right, quickly, everybody onto the platform, everyone onto the platform.
Okay, yeah.
She gets on there, and you can now see a central piece of the stone dais raises up, and upon it is a kind of almost like a crystal interface, like a crystal map of the city. And she kind of looks around, and at the very center there is almost like a crystalline star shape. She presses that on this kind of emblem, and then there is a flash of light, and suddenly you feel the sensation of teleportation, that kind of being pulled outside of your own body. And then you all arrive in a very strange place. If you'd like to place all of your miniatures around the centre here, please. I don't actually have one for Melody and Hank. I will fetch one momentarily. You kind of find yourselves, the smell of, that light's going to be annoying. There is a smell of open air, almost as if you were outside. The old smell of the city gone. No longer are there tall buildings surrounding you. Instead, you find yourselves floating on what appears to be a large chunk of rock with various arcane-looking ruins, half-built like statues or columns or platforms, all rising up out of this ancient stone island. Around the edges, you see a crackling field of magic, and then outside of that field is a vast nothing, a vast blackness of endless space.
Melody?
Where's the pocket?
Fascinating. She's like looking around, Hank kind of following her as she gets up. This is incredible. This is a true pocket plane. How marvelous. Wonder what these structures were. And she begins examining parts of the structures. The stone dais that you're stood on still has the same 5 points with the same sort of middle dais structure, but there is no glow of power. It's inert, as if there is no more, whatever magic was powering it is long gone. And then you hear a kind of rumbling, a phasing, almost as if something shimmering into the world, like a... Above you, transforming itself from air, almost like it is expanding out chunk by chunk, is a floating metal sphere with a single eye, very much like the constructs you saw outside. A glowing eye encased in a kind of metal sphere. Out on its body, you can see what appear to be almost like tendrils covered with smaller glowing crystal orbs, but also strange, almost like crossbows, but without the arms, barreled devices, and it kind of floats into existence. In front of it is a large, curved, kind of barrier almost, of like a fluctuating energy that kind of ripples into existence. It seems to cover its front half up and down, leaving its back area unprotected. It shimmers into existence, and this kind of booming but crackling voice echoes out across this island. As it does, you kind of feel the power emanating off of it from you. I am the Guardian. Error. What are you, Master? And it kind of echoes for a moment. Master Valorius. What are you? Error. And then it kind of focuses now, its eye kind of rotating and beaming in, and it examines all of you. You are not magisters. State why you are here in the Nexus. Malady kind of like looks up, and she's just like, her eyes are wide in sort of awe, as if looking upon something so great and wondrous.
Malady, we're going to die if you don't say something.
Hello? the creature's eye kind of focuses on Malady. You are not a magister. State your business.
It's top secret.
Top secret. This is incredible. No, we're not magisters. We're passing. Is this the nexus? And it kind of spins around. It floats up into the eye. Yes, this is the nexus, crafted by Master Bigby and Master Mordenkainen many years ago. Where are the magisters?
We are seeking Master Valorn.
Master Valorn has not appeared in the nexus in... And it sort of waits for a moment, and then you hear 46 years.
We are looking for him.
Error. Master Valorn is no longer in my codex.
Is he dead?
Master Valorn is no longer in my codex. State your business. Error.
We have important business with him, and we need to leave the Nexus.
The orb, sort of the eye, drains of colour, and then comes back on again. It looks down. You are not a magister. You are trespassing in the Nexus.
No, we're not.
Do we not need to get to Sir 14?
We are trying to get to the 14th Sir.
14th Sir, nearest node accessible. Leyline power active. Show your seal.
Malady, what's the seal?
I don't know. I've never been here before. I said that it was a theory. I just knew it existed.
I thought you'd been here before.
No, I never said I've been here before.
The machine has a lot of problems to show it anything. It might just recognize anything as a seal.
Do we have a seal of any kind?
I've got a signet ring.
Something?
I've got my wrestling belt.
What did you show in the signet
I'm going
ring?
to show my signet ring.
The eye, and it's large. It's quite huge.
Okay.
It zooms in super close, and you can feel whatever this force in front of it is. It's actually pushing you away as if it was a concrete wall.
Okay.
It examines the seal. Seal unrecognized.
Okay.
Trespassers, trespassers, and it begins to float up high into the air.
Our
Its
seal was
eye
broken in transport.
turns red. Give me a deception check.
Terrifying.
12.
As you kind of do that, its eye glows red, a dark crimson. Error. That is not possible. You are trespassing. You shall be arrested and will spend time in the Null prison till Magister allows.
No prison.
I'm going to need an initiative count.
Oh no, I don't want to go to the null prison.
Not the Null prison.
Wow.
Whoop.
I've got advantage, but I don't
Look at
need
that.
to.
Sweet
It
and
can't get better than. Whoa!
Nice and me, bro.
Nice and me, bro.
Which is the closest thing I had.
Cut off its legs.
Well, the closest thing I could find. Thank you, Martin, for your
Yeah, I
review.
was going to say, did you just take that off Martin's desk?
I did.
If you wedge a sword under it and lift it up, it will flip it over.
Or you can reflect the beam.
Has anyone got a shield? You've got a shield. When it shoots at you, just reflect it back.
Sure.
It's easy. Link does it all the time.
Have you not done that until then?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's
Just so I know, what's the time?
It is 7:30.
7:30.
You have half an hour.
Okay.
To kill us.
2 rounds. That's all it needs.
No, that's wrong column. Right, initiative counts, please. Cam,
20.
Reynard.
24.
God, you're always so quick. Elora,
10.
Juto.
7.
Yay!
Okay. Reynard.
No pressure?
You sense that there is this strong barrier in front of the thing. It seems to basically encompass about half of its body, and it extends the full way around this floating orb.
So, okay, so there's no
There's a
like
barrier on the front of
weak
it.
spot at the back.
Yes, there is. Yeah, it extends like almost like half
And then so
around, and then its back is open.
Right.
You can notice as well, looking around the battlefield, there are these kind of raised, broken, probably once platforms or buildings, staircases that lead up to nothing, that seem all around.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I would like to simply run around it as much as possible.
Okay. There's you.
Yeah.
So, do you want to move yourself? Because I can't really see.
So I guess these are 5, aren't they?
Yep, 5 each.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Or something.
Okay.
And I'll just shoot it a couple times at the same time telling everyone else to go the other way.
Okay. Sure. Make your attacks.
21.
That hits. The metal plates around its spherical body are thick, but the bolts puncture through.
And it does 8 damage.
Okay, second one.
And the next one hits and does 12 damage.
So 20 damage total. The bolt pa-ting, into this thing's side, and you sense that it kind of, these tendrils with the crystals on it, a bunch of them start looking your way.
Oh. Cool.
Its body currently does not move, however.
Oh,
so you kind of get up there and you pa-ting.
Yeah, I probably should have done this first, but could I Hunter's Mark it?
You Hunter's Mark it, and yes, you should have done
I
first.
will do that.
But you Hunter's Mark
afterwards,
it.
so I won't do the extra damage.
Okay. On its turn, the first thing it does is it will. Let me just see. I've got to roll for this first. And, okay. The first thing it does is its main eye begins to hum with a power. A 15-foot line in front of it. So that's going to catch 1, 2, 3. Juto, Elora, and Cam. And it'll just miss. Where would it fire? I'd say it's going to be Elora, Cam, and Malady, actually. The three of you all need to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
13.
18.
18. Malady rolls an natural 20 and manages to get out of the way. You're going to have to bear with me. I've got a lot of dice to roll.
Oh. You don't have to roll them all.
For it being that large, would you actually have to physically move?
Yeah, probably.
Those of you, so you got 18. So you and Malady are going to take half of 37 is 15, 18. You're taking 37 force damage as this incredibly powerful blast of force energy just erupts out of its central cannon and just completely blasts through. It doesn't seem to affect any of the rocks and things like that. It doesn't like send them scattering. It's almost like a phasing of light passing over you. It's a laser.
Does the laser get interrupted by any of the things? Like when it's behind this?
It does seem to provide some element of cover. That is its go. Cam Buckland.
Sizzling.
Yeah, it's like your clothes, your armor is smoking.
I'm going to run around to the side as much as I can. 5, 10, 15.
You're going to jump up. So it's about a 10 feet high platform. Give me an athletics check, but you have advantage. As you jump, you sense that the gravity here is not quite as strong as it is back on the material plane. You find it much easier to jump and climb.
21.
You launch up into the air. You float back down with some ease.
So that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Looking at it.
Several of its like tendril eyes like look behind you.
Make an insight as if it's got any form of sentience.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would do that looking at it.
Give me an insight check.
All right. 12 plus 10, 22.
It's definitely intelligent. It can reason. The fact that you could converse with it and it did seem to recognize, but it's wrong. Almost like there's like a madness to it. It doesn't seem to quite fully comprehend everything. The fact that it's obviously there's something broken around it. It's constantly repeating errors and statements that don't seem to make sense.
I'm going to.
You're not quite sure it's fully within its.
Going to try a different spell.
Okay.
It's a level 5 spell.
Level 5 spell.
It's Modify Memory.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is attempt to reshape another creature's memories.
Okay.
One creature they must see must make a Wisdom saving throw against a 16. On a failed save, the target becomes charmed by me, and then while it lasts, I can affect the memory of an event within the last 24 hours that lasted no more than 10 minutes. So I can permanently eliminate all memory of the event, or allow the target to recall the event with perfect clarity and exacting detail, change its memory of the details, or create a memory of some other event. You must speak to the target to describe how its memories are effective, and it must be able to understand your language for the modified memories to take root. This mind fills in any gaps of the details of the description.
Okay, so the memory of the event they experienced within the last 24 hours and lasted no more than 10 minutes. So it gets a wisdom saving throw. What's your DC?
16?
16. 19. Oh. You kind of reach out and you're like, ugh. No, it's range of 30 feet, so you reach out and you try and take hold of this thing, and you get fragments. You kind of access parts of its memory. This thing has existed for a lot longer than the Lightfall or First Light or anything else. This thing is very, very, very old. It was actually not created by the mages, it was found and repurposed. It has basically gone mad from being left on its own and not having regular maintenance. And yeah, it's currently perceiving you as threats that need to be subdued. Unfortunately, yeah, you try and shape its memories, but it's so complicated, it's almost like it rewrites its own memories to counteract what you're trying to do, and just confuses it further, I'm afraid. On your turn, after your turn, one of its little tendril stalks flicks around.
I deserve this.
To give me a wisdom saving throw.
God damn it. 21.
21.
No, 20.
This beam hits you, this kind of beam, and you kind of feel like this overwhelming fear take hold, but you shake it off. Like, you can't, your frightened's gone, but you kind of just resist the fear. And yeah, you basically shrug off this kind of looming, horrid sense of fear that this thing is trying to impart into you. And you manage to overcome it. That is now Malady and Hank's go. Malady kind of snaps out, seeing this kind of devastating beam. She's kind of smoking, still taking considerable damage herself, and she's just like, right, Hank, try and distract it. I need to access it somehow. And she kind of scrambles up on top of here. I need to get on it. I think maybe I can try and disable it somehow. And she's going to be there. Hank is going to... and he starts trying to hit the thing, but it's just hitting this wall of force, and he can't seem to break through, but it's just constantly bashing on it, trying to get through. Elora.
Some checks. Can I... skirt around
Move yourself
the back
as you need
of
to.
it?
Where do you want to go?
So wait, where was I? I was here. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna turn into an earth elemental. Someone needs to absorb something.
Do you have your mini?
Yeah.
So you do that,
My
pass me the mini, and then you can start doing
freaking
attacks and stuff like that.
Menagerie of things here. Okay.
So this giant, hulking, earth-like brute of Elora emerges, kind of pulling on the stone from the structures around you.
Only a 13 to hit.
13 is not enough. You kind of pound this stone-like fist, but the metal encasing it is tough and thick, deflecting the blow.
Nope. I'm gonna use luck. Whoop. Fuck.
2 natural ones.
Oh my god, that dice
That
is gone.
dice has gone in the fuck-off bag. Yeah, you just try and wail on this thing. The echo rings out across the stone island. One more of its eye tendrils looks around at the stone elemental. Can you give me a constitution saving throw, please?
I need another d20 now because they're all cursed.
Should stop throwing them.
They're all cursed. They need to die.
So it takes a turn every time we
Natural 20.
It has legendary actions, which means it can take a turn after one of your turns, but only a certain number of them.
So it's like
So
the
natural
X1
20, so you can take half damage.
Half.
No, just
Just half.
Just
Wait,
half.
what kind of damage is it?
Necrotic. Are you immune?
No.
11, 16, 25,
If someone doesn't
39.
collapse in this.
Half of 39 is 19.
Fuck's sake.
You
it's
feel
fine
it just
for
like
this one, but-
crumbling. The stone seems to almost age dramatically and then crumble away from the stone form of Allura.
It's an old stone, like.
Huh? Like crumbled stone, like as if like it breaks and chips away.
Rose
Goes grey.
Juto,
I'll just lay down and die.
you can.
It's gonna happen.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Oh shit, I forgot to heal you.
This wall, is it like all the way up?
It curves up, yes.
There's a pocket dimension.
You can move around it.
All colours.
20.
Everything or
Rainbow
nothing.
it.
35, 40. I want to go like 50. Can I get there in 50?
Yeah, what here?
Yeah.
No, you can get there.
Okay, and then I'd like to attack it, please, with stunning strike.
You're not currently close enough to attack it.
Okay.
You
well,
can probably
maybe
go.
if I switch in.
All colours
Yep.
and nothing.
Yeah.
It's going to change though.
Can I use stunning strike and attack?
4 seconds.
You can try. So you make an
Change
attack
over
roll as
for
normal.
seconds, you say. If you said it, change.
15 plus
Cycling.
8. No, 9.
Cycling through colours.
15. That is going to hit.
20.
So the Guandal strikes true, and then what you spend key points. You do damage as normal, I think.
I do damage as normal, and then I spend 1 key point to attempt a stunning strike. The target must succeed on a con saving throw or be stunned until the end of my next turn.
Okay. So do the damage normally.
7 plus poison.
No poison. So just 7.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, 7.
Okay. And then you spend the key point, and I make a Constitution saving throw
Yes.
against your key point save, which is 15, natural 20. You kind of strike into it, hoping to get some natural nerve, but because this thing is all inorganic, you're not quite sure where you need to hit to cause this kind of stunning effect as it rebuffs you.
In which case I'm going to keep attacking.
Yes, you can do, yeah. Extra attack, and then you
Extra
can make
attack.
unarmed strikes.
Can I do a stunning strike again?
I believe that you can keep doing it until you run out of key points. Only on your main attacks, not on your... Actually, maybe you can do it on the other attacks as well.
It's an extra attack.
Yep, what's on the extra attack? What do you roll to hit?
24.
Yep, that hits. So damage is normal, please.
12.
12 points.
And then a stunning strike again.
9. What's the DC? 15?
It's a con saving throw.
It's based on your
so-
key point one, same as your burning hands.
Okay, so 15, yeah.
15. Ting. It seems very tough. Whatever this thing is, it's made of metal, and it seems very... even your blows, you are denting it, like the crossbow bolts have punctured through, it kind of is reacting to the blows, but it's still very tough.
I'm going to kick it as well.
Okay?
I'm gonna kick it as well.
14.
That's not enough. Your boot just kind of connects with this solid metal as you try and bicycle kick upwards like Chun-Li, just kind of clangs into the metal itself. Reynard Ferrahorn.
Right.
Right, here we go. Save the day.
I've got Hunter's Mark on it.
You've got Hunter's Mark.
If I do like a insight check, like Cam did, to see if there's any like areas of it that are particularly weak, would that take an action?
It would take a long time to do that, and based on what you've been fighting, the main weakness seems to be this back area where this force field isn't protecting it. It's not like there are exposed areas.
Yeah.
The only thing that seem more vulnerable are these tendrils on these kind of flexible metal coils.
Okay, well if I can't hit one particular area, I want to hit every area. So
I
I,
like
want to, with the weakened gravity that I saw when Cam jumped, vault myself off a rock elemental guy, get as high as I can in the air. Then I want to shoot down a conjure barrage
Okay.
at the entire area that
Okay.
he is in.
Okay.
Nice.
So give me a acrobatics
Oh no.
or an athletics.
Natural 20.
Right, you just basically, you give it like a little bit of a bounce, and you're like, okay, I can do this. You like leap off, you hit the rock elemental and push up.
Yep.
You soar much higher than you
little
ever
help.
thought possible. The rock elemental kind of gives you a shunt upwards.
Nice.
You bring the crossbow down and you focus all that raw magic that you've never quite understood. You kind of load up the multi-headed crossbow bolt and you fire. Now, what does Conjure Barrage normally require?
You throw or fire a piece of non-magical ammunition into the air to create a cone of identical weapons that shoot forward then disappear. So if I'm
Is
shooting
it a
downwards,
saving throw? Yeah, it's just
it's a 60-foot cone must succeed a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, 60-foot cone and you're firing it down. There is no way he can dodge to avoid it because you're directly above him, so I'm going to say he automatically fails a saving throw.
Do I get a bonus from Hunter's Mark for it as well?
Let's say sure.
Okay, because I roll
So generous.
I roll 3d8.
Do I need
So
to
can I
do
get
that
some
saving
D8s?
throw?
No. I would say Reynard is aiming this to
find-
hit.
how
The
many do you
creature is
need?
pretty large.
Just to,
You're underneath it, like that's the thing. Like you can just dart underneath.
so that does 1, 8,
13.
18
18
damage.
odds. 18 plus your additional Hunter's Mark.
It's
Oh,
already
you
included, yes.
did that.
So
Do I
18?
get the damage from my crossbow as well?
No,
Okay.
it's just 18.
So it's 18 to it and all of its tendrils.
And
Okay.
all of its tendrils.
I
Individually.
want to remind you of that. Every tendril,
Okay.
I want them all
The
to come
barrage,
off.
like all these bolts just hammer into it. The tendrils are hit, but they seem to be made of this kind of flexible metal. They are some of them punctured, but they still seem to function. The arrows rain all over its body, covering it in these kind of spines. It then just looks up.
Do I get an extra attack?
That is your action to cast the spell.
So no.
No.
Can I bonus action?
What I will say is you're going to have to spend your bonus action to land somewhere.
I'm still in the air at the moment though, right?
No.
Could I, rather than spend an action
You're going to have to
landing-
land sometime.
Yeah, but like it'll take more than 6 seconds for the entire vault, wouldn't it?
1, 2.
All right, yeah, okay. You can land next turn, so
Nice.
you're currently above this.
Can I axial into
Okay.
the eye of the beast when it
Yep,
looks up
you
at me?
throw the sword, and it makes its attack as normal. Axel spinning out through the air.
I feel so alive. 20, not natural.
20 hits, 20 hits. The scimitar manages to cut through the tough metal.
Do I gain from Hunter's Mark as well?
Sure.
Nice. So that's 2, 6, and then 12 total.
12 total.
Straight to the
Okay. As Axel hits it, the orb shudders and then seems to vanish from thin air.
Wait, the whole thing?
It just kind of it kind of folds in on itself multiple times and then vanishes.
Doesn't take my sword with it, does it?
No Axel
Nice.
remains.
Imagine that. I assume you stay in initiative though.
You do stay in initiative.
Oh, I didn't get
The
that.
ground begins to rumble, and the stone itself begins to warp and rotate. Several columns begin to move around
God.
as the actual arena itself begins to kind of alter its form.
Doesn't
and
move us
shift.
around, does it?
It potentially might do.
Potentially does.
People are on these things.
Yeah. God.
Oh god.
Yeah, so I'm just going to land somewhere else, I suppose.
Board. Jesus.
Yeah, the whole arena just begins to warp. Its go is vanished, so Cam Buckland.
I'm going to conjure a spiritual guardian.
Where you are?
Yeah.
You're kind of hovering in the air, Reynard. Okay.
And he's now there.
Okay. So you conjure, and this one is the one that can't move, and it attacks anything that comes nearby, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's your go.
As well.
That's my go. Bonus action, spiritual weapon.
You just conjure it.
Yeah.
Okay. Spiritual weapon appears. You're surrounded by your
I'm ready.
forces of radiant energy. Malady is keeping her balance as her whole platform is kind of dragged across the large stone floor. She looks around and she's like, "It's still here, by the way. I think it's in the ethereal plane, so it's probably going to appear somewhere else. So if you can, I'd say heal up or get ready, because it's going to come back.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you.
Hank just like looks around with his big fists,
I might need healing.
just turns around.
Think of that.
Elora.
I can't heal. I am. Guess I'm just gonna get ready.
Yeah.
And I might. No. I'm gonna move to here, so I'm just kind of a bit more centered. I don't
Yeah,
know.
centered.
And if it appears again, I want to try and rip a tendril off of it
Okay.
instead of smashing.
So
Because
if it appears within range, you want to
I want to use my attack to try and
pull eyes
pull its
with
stuff.
tendrils off. Okay.
Yeah, either that or smash it in the eye in the middle.
Okay. Juto.
I am going to the DOS loot. What's the range on that to like cast a spell?
I believe it's dependent on the spell. Each spell has a different range. So some of them you have to touch people. Some of them you can do it at range. Depends on which one.
Possibly fly.
normally-
Touch.
Yeah. So it's whoever you touch.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
So you rush up, leap up onto the things.
And I'm going to cast Fly on Malady.
Okay.
And just say, so you can get on the Guardian when he comes back.
Yes. Good. Excellent. You cast
Nice.
fly on Malady. Okay.
Nice.
At the top of the round,
Very good.
this thing reappears.
Horses over there. Ginny sword.
Wow. Reynard.
Well, I'd like to land, please.
Yeah. Where would you like to try and land?
I guess I would naturally if I jump from here. Up
You'd
here,
like, and then
back
land over on
here.
that side. Okay, so you need to give me an acrobatics to see how well you land.
17?
17, it's enough. You kind of tuck and roll. With the gravity is a bit slower, so it's not as impactful. You manage to kind of tuck and roll, and you land with ease.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I would simply. Oh, the sword is quite far away. I think it's a bonus action to call my sword back, isn't it?
Yep.
In that case, I'll just shoot that forward 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just to go there. And I will myself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I guess that's quite a lot to get onto.
It's
there.
15 feet up. You can try.
I'll just duck behind them.
Okay, so you get a bit of cover.
Yeah, so that's my movement and my bonus.
Okay.
And I will, I guess, just ping a couple arrows off the shields.
Yeah, you don't even need to make an attack roll. The bolts hit the shield. They do not. They literally, and they just impact off this barrier in front of it. It looks like you have to be behind. You have to fight it from a point where this barrier isn't connected.
Yeah. Okay.
Nope, wrong dice. Okay. This time the creature, as it lands, you watch as its main cannon begins that overcharged kind of power. A 15-foot line hitting Malady, Juto, and Hank as it just across the entire battlefield. So that is a dexterity saving throw, please. So that's Hank. He's failing. Malady's also
Malady.
failing.
I guess Hank's too tall, so he can't like duck behind.
15.
He gets it. He got a bonus, but it wasn't enough. 15. You have evasion, right, Kim? So you're going to take half of this. You still failed, but you're going to take half. So this is 3, 13.
4 minutes.
Yeah,
Oh god.
4.
It's going to be a cliffhanger fight.
Again.
If someone hits it.
Juto, you're going to take 19 points of damage. You watch as Hank is basically battered a few steps backwards. His armor like concaves, like parts of his arm like twist from the pure force. Malady is blown completely off and falls to the ground. Her body just.
Is she unconscious?
Unconscious, yes. She's not dead.
Unconscious.
Yeah, unconscious. But you just watch as she kind of turns, tries to duck out the way, and then just is blasted back by this thing.
Well, that's no good.
No.
That was one of our plans.
Cam Buckland.
Gone.
Gonna run towards Malady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make it there. Gonna duck down.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, no, you can take cover. So you have cover currently.
And then I believe I'm going to heal her with a level 3 healing word.
Healing word. You know you don't. You could have done that from 30 feet away.
Yeah, but I like to touch.
I know you do, but you're
it
just saying. Okay, do you want to roll it?
Yeah. It's a bonus action.
It is a bonus action. It's very true.
So that.
Why are you rolling a d20?
Yep.
How many times have you cast a spell?
Not very often.
She
you
gets
want,
20 heals.
No,
How
wrong.
many?
So level 3s.
So 3d4 plus whiz.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 4. 11.
HP. Her eyes kind of flutter. Did we win?
No, we're losing.
She kind of like rolls and tries to like stay down, staying in cover.
I'm gonna get up
Okay.
and then
Hits against the
I'm
big
gonna
wall
try
of
to throw it
barrier.
over.
You can try.
Arc it?
It arcs. The force field arcs around the thing, but you can try. You can definitely try. Do you want to try?
Would my conjure barrage not work?
You actually got over and you
Right over
can
the top.
angled it down, yeah, to the point where you weren't being affected.
Can I use my action then? Because I've used my bonus action.
Yes.
To move my spiritual weapon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You allow that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, one. That was the spiritual guardian. The other one was that. That's the one.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
25.
30. I think it's 30.
Yeah.
Yes.
30 feet. Begin sending the spiritual weapon that way.
Yes.
After your turn, it's going to. Whoop. Who's moving up? Juto. If you give me a Constitution saving throw as a sickly purple tendril beam fires out.
Okay.
Constitution.
10.
10. As the beam hits, you feel your legs kind of locking in place. You are currently restrained. You cannot move. That's what restrained does. Your speed becomes 0. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and your attacks have disadvantage. You have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. As you feel like your legs basically like unable to move, locked from the waist down. That was Cam's go. Malady is going to drink down a vial of something. Quaff. She's going to quaff, getting some hit points back. And then basically rolls, sort of like gets and ducks down here, and she's like, should I still try and fly over it?
Yes.
I'm nodding
Okay.
on the floor.
I'll have to, she's like, okay.
We need to do something.
Yeah, she gets ready, her action was drinking, so she can't do this then. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Can you make Hank not hit the barrier?
Yeah, he seems to be trying to, he's like scraping his axe, his big fist alongside, but he is trying to get round it now. Elora.
I can't move far enough. But, what?
I can't metagame.
Can I? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30? Can I shield the shit out of Juto?
Sure. Yeah, I'd say you give a total
Because
cover.
I can't make it round anyway, so I may as well use myself as a shield.
So you kind of get in position, you kind of lock yourself down. As you do, at the end of your turn, one of its eye rays fires at you. Give me a strength saving throw.
It's good for us.
It's a good thing for the earth element.
Hurt. Natural 1.
As this ray hits you,
What the fuck?
you feel this force kind of grip you. You are picked up and thrown.
What?
Onto Reynard.
Does it hit me?
Reynard, give me a dexterity
Damn
saving
it.
throw.
I don't think it's possible for one
that was
person
really
to
bad.
roll
That was really
this
bad.
many natural ones.
You take 12 bludgeoning
Okay.
So if you have resistance, you can half that.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Ah,
So
I
you
could
take
really
6.
use that.
You smash this stone column as the elemental form rolls into it. What'd you get?
14.
14. It's enough for you to basically roll out of the way as this giant. You're kind of like, whoa!
I'm just kind of like, sorry.
But Reynolds, you're now in the radius of my Guardian of Faith, so give me a dex saving throw.
What?
No, he's
I'm
joking.
joking.
What does that mean?
He's not going to attack you.
Juto, you can't move. At the end of your turn, you will get to have another save. Is there anything you can or would like to do?
If I cast darkness, can it go through that barrier?
You don't know, but you can try.
Just tell me.
You don't know.
You don't know. I've got to be fair.
There's nothing else I can really do, so can I do 2 things? Can I drink a healing potion and cast darkness?
Healing potion is an action. Sophie's choice.
Damn it, Sophie.
How much health have you lost?
Half.
What would you do?
One eye beam can probably.
Yeah.
I don't know what he can do.
He's already used his 2 dynamic combat actions, as I'm calling them.
Dynamic combat actions.
They're legendary actions, but he's already used his 2 that he has. You've seen, previous turn he had 2, so you will know that he has 2.
Going to cast darkness.
Okay, so you shroud this, you basically cover him and a little bit of area around him in a globe of darkness. You hear the voice from inside. There's definitely confusion. It seems to just basically be saying things like, error, unable to see targets, unable to see, moving to better position. But yeah, you seem to have blinded it.
Can I try and get out of this situation?
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
10.
There's something about it's just locking your limbs in place. And there's nothing you can do. Do we have a time check?
I think
It
it's
is 4 minutes
4 minutes
past.
past.
4 minutes past. Well, I think at the top of a fresh round,
good.
that's where we're going to have to leave it. As the party battle the Nexus Guardian, which totally isn't based on a beholder.
Love
And
Mecha
we'll have
Beholder.
to see Mecha Beholder with slightly different abilities. If this was a Beholder, you guys would be fucked a lot worse.
Beholders, man.
We will end it there. We're going to read some donations, and we will be back next Sunday for this harrowing continuation.
Man, this is
as you guys
It's
are
difficult.
in a tricky
Very
scenario.
difficult.
Super tricksy.
I don't think I've rolled any more natural ones in my entire
Once
D&D
again,
playing life as I have this weekend.
Your luck. You're fine. Like you roll really well when it doesn't matter, and then when it matters, you dice hate you.
But this weekend specifically,
been
how many
awful.
have I rolled?
Yeah, it's been
like
awful, like
in
10.
the double figures now.
Yeah,
I've been microwaving a dice.
You little shit.
on purpose.
Melt a
Yeah,
little bit.
that should be fine. I've got a
Is
vague
that,
idea.
yeah?
Right,
Go
I'll
ahead.
If we all remember where we are,
Yeah.
roughly.
Nightjar, I've had a bit of a weird and stressful few weeks, and just wanted to say another thank you
Taking a
to
picture.
you wonderful guys for putting so much effort into these brilliant stories and characters so I can forget my worries for a few hours a week. Thank you very much,
Also,
Nightjar.
Nightjar.
Nightjar gave us, give me a
Aw,
polar bear for Bear Laura.
The
And chinchilla.
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 So thank you very
Thank
much,
you very
Nightjar,
much.
for our props. Thank you to Oleran, who donated but left no message, and Lemerne, who also donated. Hey guys, this is the first one I've been able to watch live after finishing the others. Thank you guys so much for making this and everything. It means a lot to me. It's 2 a.m. here, but
Oh,
still,
God.
thanks from Australia.
Thank you for
Australia.
watching at
Oh,
Crazy
Australia,
Times.
Oh,
mate.
my mate Max Mofo.
Oh, you must be really tired now, mate.
Yogs Body donated. Introduced my friend to HighRollers Friday before last. She's watched 10 episodes so
Wow.
far and loved it. I don't
That's like
think
30
she's-
hours.
Dedication.
30 hours.
Yeah, I don't think she's had much sleep though. Thanks for the great stream as ever.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Thanks for getting friends into it.
Yeah.
Friends! The Red Wolf donated, Trot, you silly prick. Phoenix sorcerers can return to 1 HP upon reaching 0 in a fiery explosion.
I'm guessing that was for Friday. Did you
was
go down on
amazing.
Friday?
Yeah. I
He
had
almost
to-
died
Oh, yeah.
on Friday.
Oh no, he didn't have Mantle of Fame up though, so he wouldn't have been able to use the Phoenix Sorcery thing.
No. It was,
thought-
yeah.
I think you can only use it when you've got Mantle of Flame up.
Oh no, that creates a different effect, I believe.
Oh yes, you're right. Yeah, it's true.
So,
So I didn't have to
Hour.
waste my potion.
yeah.
Thanks, geez.
No
Thanks,
worries.
6. Right, Trot.
Sure, go.
Romrapra has donated. I asked a similar group of adventurers this, but I'd like to know your answer as well. Players, what makes a good NPC? Mark, which video on Tabletop Weekly should I watch first when writing NPCs?
I haven't done anything about NPCs yet, so none.
Maybe we should make a video.
You should just. Well, I've got a D&D campaign thing series that I want to do, but I've just not started it yet.
I
The
think
best way is to ask Mark in a situation, what's his name? When he's describing a random NPC that he clearly hasn't even named, to go, sorry, what's his name? And he goes,
I'll go like, and then I look at my little random table and I'm like,
Table
his
check.
name is
Bob.
I think a good NPC is one
Didel.
There you go.
that is unique.
Yeah.
Doesn't just give you a quest and leave you be. One that
Has
has
to have a
story.
character. Has to have a
Has a
story.
Has to be memorable.
Third dimension, and maybe has a personal link to a member of the party.
And if anything, if judging by fan reaction to anything is to go by, give it a funny voice and make it swear a lot, and then people think it's the best.
But that's for entertainment value.
Yeah, that's for entertainment value.
audience.
That's very different.
Or
It's
if
very
you're,
different
like,
if you're not streaming a game.
If
Yes.
you're on the spot as well, just think about someone you know. Like,
Yeah.
you know, who do you know
That's
who
true.
kind of fit the
That's
bill
an
like,
interesting
in real
point.
life?
Yeah. Good shout.
True. There you go.
Carry on, Mark.
Karaji69. Hi guys, first time watching HR Live. Thanks for inspiring me to start D&D half a year ago. Since then, I've been DM for 3 campaigns. You are all
Whoa.
awesome, even Tom. Please could you say hello to my friend Fruzina?
Hello.
Hello, Zena.
Ah, justice for Hazel.
Even Tom.
The Nord's house has donated $6.66. That always makes me laugh because 666 by Satan. Cam Butland, the crusher of minds. Poor little artificer.
That would be
Pocket dimension.
such a good spell.
The modify memory. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That would have been amazing. It was a good play.
Necro
was a
Terror
good
one.
donated. Just here to thank y'all for giving me the best end to my 17th birthday
Happy
and
birthday.
all the great times up until now. Here's to much more awesome D&D action in the future.
Thank
What are you
John
doing,
Wick.
Mark?
I'm John Wick.
You're not.
Snowy Moose donated. I know this may be the wrong stream, but please get Tom Angor to play the Lich in Uncharted Territory. You're all amazing at RP, but such a character is too perfect for Tom. Mark's
Well, he's
already.
because he does the same Skeletor Krell
does he?
voice.
Yeah.
Oh, does he? I thought it would just be Tom.
No, he does.
I've never seen him do it.
It's Krell.
Cool.
Krell.
Thank you very much.
Who's got it?
You.
Oh. Skarik X donated, not caught you live in a long time. Have a little bit of monies. Keep up with the GG.
Little
Not
bit of
sure
monies?
On the spelling of the Kenku's name, I think you got it right. But I've just got back from Seville in Spain, where there's the real Alcazar Palace, having stayed at the Hotel Palacio Alcazar.
Yep.
That's cool.
That is how it's spelled.
Damn.
There's a reason he has that name, but nobody asked.
You were too busy being distracted by his
By
many
the
voices.
incredibly hard NPC RP I had
Yeah.
to do.
You just really
Hey,
like
you
his
made
coffee.
it.
Yeah, no, I know. I fucking regret that. I once
good though.
considered playing a Kenku as a player character. Never again.
No.
Oh my
So
God.
hard.
Carry on.
Rosario donated. I finally
Ow.
caught up with HighRollers and love being able to watch live. This is the highlight of my week. I would have donated more, but I'm moving my stuff to uni soon. I need to pay for the transport. Keep up the good work. Hey, don't
No
you worry.
worries.
You spare what you
Don't
can.
use-
And have
Spend-
fun at uni.
Yeah.
Movies Man 8. Oh, this is the alternate
Yeah.
dog boner guy.
Huh.
Never take a break again. I need my high rollers fixed. I missed you all. Even Tom, love the ass, titty, and dick.
Oh, this
Even
fix.
Tom.
Yeah.
Tom, love the ass.
Techie Reed donated 25.
Thank you.
views.
Quarter hundred.
Hi Rollers, welcome back. We've all missed you. Katie, get well soon. Kim, don't have too much fun with the High Rollers Twitter account. Winky face.
Oh, I have plans.
Oh god.
Thank you.
Manly Muffin has donated, saying, you guys got me into D&D and I haven't been able to catch a stream to thank you. I DM for a group of my friends now and we're having a great time. I'm very far behind on the VODs and I'm trying to catch up, but I wanted to thank you anyways.
Well,
Thank you very much for
thank
catching
you.
up. Thank you for watching.
When you catch up, thanks.
Yes.
Yogs Body donated again. P.S. Someone please write on Kim's sheet that she gets her key points back on short rest.
I have. I've
She's
written
written
it
it
down. I've written it down. And I've written down my DCs as well. Like, I did have it on my old sheet, but I just moved to a new
Didn't
sheet.
move it over.
and
I
forgot.
prefer Marvel.
Occasionally we have to make new sheets and forget.
That was terrible, Trot.
Thank you.
Tucker 2025, my boy Tucker. The party being sucked off by ghouls. Cam getting blue balls. Welcome
nice.
to D&D After Dark. Ooh, got the blue balls.
Nice. Punny.
Dear. TSG has donated a half hundo.
Half hundo, my
So
boy
generous. So
True
generous.
Saiyan Gaming.
HighRollers, I missed the start, but hope you're all well and those who are ill are feeling better. You now have a Smurf cam. Great stream as ever, and this is for those who can't donate either for either Uncharted Territory or today. Much love.
You are
Very
very generous,
Thank you.
TSG, as always. Thank you, my man.
Thank you very much.
Darth Dave 41 donated with no message, but thank you anyway. And Ace of Thorns donated. Technology, technology. Don't get me started. PC still screwing up, unfortunately, and currently back on with the suppliers. Currently back with the suppliers. Not so sure the party's predicament is any better, but what can you do? Love you lots. Hugs.
Hugs.
Thank you very
Good luck
much.
with the PC.
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck, Ace.
Yes. Metamanu has donated saying, burn that die, Katie, burn it. Welcome back, MVP Reynard. Please, Kim, take care of Cam too. I'm burning all of my dice today.
Yeah.
You need
They're
to
gone.
house like an exorcism on that.
But yeah, I think I did.
Oh, I forgot that fucking Chinchilla probably would have died from the laser blast that Kim...
Piss
Almost
off.
certainly. Almost certainly.
I mean, you did technically, you have evasion, so maybe I'll give it a 50-50 chance
It's
every
in a
time.
protective little like.
I'll give it a 50-50 chance.
No, it's in a
its own
protective
little
little
pocket
thing.
dimension.
Oops, dead.
That's live.
Awkward Dog Burner has donated. This week's burner rating, Beholder out of 20. I call mine that too. Everyone becomes petrified when they see it. Raging hard on moment. Cam now makes blue cheese from his nat 20. Erection rejection moment. Kim, put that dirty chinchilla away. Hashtag banned. Hashtag burn on Sunday.
Thanks,
Thank you
Awkward
very
Dog Burner.
much, as always.
Frosty Nips. Glad to see you guys back. You're back, guys. Empire had its bad moments due to friends, but damn son, monstering is my newfound passion.
Cool.
I was the pale orc that harassed you, Mark, while heading back to Monster. You're cute without your glasses, by the way. Oh,
Well,
thank you. I don't remember a pale orc harassing me.
Oh
remember you
wow, that
taking off your
person's just gonna be
glasses.
super
I mean, I
shocked.
was old bought at the time, and
He
old
was
bought
also
is a very
paralytic
forgetful thing.
drunk at
That was
some point.
Friday, Katie. That was a long time before I was old bought.
character,
Old bought.
old non-energetic character.
Yes, that might have been because of my... Oh, the Borts! The Borts are donating!
You better read that one.
Bort donated. Ah, yes, my old Borts. Bort, lol, Bort. The Borts.
Bort.
My precious
Wow.
Borts.
Also, wasn't it Malady that called Reynard Bort?
Bort.
Yes.
I was
But
bought
I like to think of the Borts. My
orc
precious
Borts.
Borts. My orc
From
Borts.
LARP. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you very much.
We are going to be
Thanks.
back on Friday,
Friday
without
was
him. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Friday, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
Tom will be
Friday.
back on next Sunday though.
Yes.
We'll be back.
We'll
even
be
Tom.
Even
Tom.
Tom. Even Tom.
Same time.
Hashtag even Tom.
No, don't. I like Justice for Hazel.
I'm literally just spent this whole
Even
week making
Tom.
you
So every Friday, every Sunday, different times. Follow our Twitter.
Just as
Follow
a thing
our
as well,
Twitter, yeah.
follow our Twitter, follow all of our own individual Twitters, and if you want to support us but you can't donate, just remember, just going out and spreading the word of the stream is mega helpful. Even if you can just convince a friend to watch it,
Definitely.
that is a huge,
Like the person
huge
that
help.
donated.
Anyone saying really sorry I can't donate, I want to support you but can't. Watching is supporting us.
Watching,
So
yeah, and
So-
spreading the
invite
word.
friends around, make them watch it.
Yeah.
Make
Like,
them.
yeah.
Make
Ah,
them.
that'd be so cool. People having like little high roller watching
Clockwork
parties
Orange
and
style,
stuff.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, make them.
With
Yeah.
the eyes like pinned back, like
Yeah.
don't let them leave until they said that they will support us.
Yeah,
like,
Thank
know.
you.
Or if you could do things like save up a little bit and buy a shirt, that helps us out too.
Yeah, that
all
gets
that
you
good stuff,
something
and that
too,
gets you something
so.
there. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you next time. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the Sunday and your week ahead.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.